Hey, what's up guys? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video, and today we're going to be playing in our first ever King's Cup challenge on my main Chief Pat account. Now, if you guys have seen earlier today, the King's Cup challenge was finally unlocked inside of Clash Royale, and everyone has a free entry to play, so I definitely recommend you play it at least once, check it out, and see how it works. Now again, the King's Cup is a live tournament happening on Sunday. I'm going to be there in Los Angeles playing. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys tune in. I'll have some info in the description below, but the King's Cup challenge, what it is it gives you a random deck, and it lets you play that deck against your opponent who's also running a random deck, and it ends up being pretty fun as far as a challenge goes. It's one of these special event challenges that just came out inside the new Clash Royale update. I'm sure we're going to be seeing some for like Christmas. We're going to be seeing some for different holidays, so I'm really excited that this is the very first one. And let's go ahead and try it out, where we're going to be playing some sort of Golem log deck, and this guy's going to be playing the X Bowler. Now the Golem is perfect against the X-Bow because it's just so tanky and it's able to take it out fairly easily, so let's go ahead and drop that right now. He's got a princess in the back, so I'm going to knock that out. And in case you guys didn't know how these decks are created, let me just go ahead and tell you guys right now. So 6 of the cards in the deck are predefined. So for example, in this Go Log Go deck that I'm playing, 6 of the cards you'll see every single time for this deck, the deck that Supercell made, and then for the other 2 cards, they're completely random. So I don't know exactly which one's which. I think the Minion Horde might be random in this one, and maybe the Archers, the Musketeer inside of this one. I'm not exactly sure, but you'll see 6 of the same cards every single time you play that deck, and then 2 cards will be completely random. So let's go and keep playing this deck. I'm playing the 6 Elixir Pump for the first time since it got changed. I know immediately after it got nerfed, I dropped it out of all my decks, and it's going to be pretty hard to defend. This guy keeps dropping the X-Bow over and over again. I don't have my Golem in position, so I'm going to have to use my Archers right now. The Archers will do a decent job of taking it down below halfway. Log's going to go down and kill that princess, and finally we can start making a push on his side of the map. And let's go ahead and drop our Minion Horde. Now besides the princess, I don't know what this guy has to counter the Minion Horde. He has the Zap and the Ice Spirits, but we still have 3 minions left. We have a Musketeer running down the lane. The Golem's going to do like 300 damage per hit, and just like that, we've locked onto his tower, and easily that will be the very first tower of the game. Now the Golem is still crushing it down the left-hand lane. I'm going to go ahead and let him do his thing as he explodes into a bunch of Golemites. My minions will clean up those guards. Let's play another Elixir Collector in the bottom left and prepare for double Elixir as we head into the final minute of battle. Now for the King's Cup, this isn't how it's going to be played, by the way. This is just like a random sort of challenge that they made for the top 16, which I'm automatically entered into. They have it so it's pretty much 2 deck conquest, to where you pick 2 decks, or you have to win with 2 decks that have at least like 3 different cards or something inside of them. So pretty much this is not how the actual King's Cup tournament will be played as far as that top 16 goes that I'm going to be competing in. Now meanwhile, I did let the X-Bow lock onto the tower, but since he played so much Elixir trying to defend that X-Bow, I'm going to drop double Golem in his face down the left-hand lane. Unfortunately, the Bowler's going to do a 360 no-scope and start shooting my Archers, which is just a little bit unfortunate. And as my Fire Spirits make their way down, it took too long for them to spawn, so they're going to end up going down eventually. And take a look at those Golemites. The Golemites and the Golems are just beating that tower down into pieces. The tower's going to drop below 1,000 HP, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to get that 3rd crown today. But for our first King's Cup battle, we're going to end up picking up that W using the Go Log Go decks. So fun stuff. 1 card and 50 gold for this challenge. You can't play this as like a grand challenge with those big rewards, but you can only do these small ones. Let's go and try out the Dark Lightning deck. And this one is sure to be interesting. Now, Dark Lightning, I guess it's because we've got the Dark Prince and we've got the Lightning inside of it. You know, that would make sense. Anyways, let's go ahead and do it. We got a Furnace going down the right-hand lane. He's got some Archers going down the left. I don't know what deck he's playing just yet. I feel like I've played maybe 4 or 5 different decks, or I've seen 4 or 5 different decks inside of this new mode, so I sort of know a little bit about what they have inside of them. And with this guy's deck, he's got the Witch, he's got the Valkyrie, he's got the Archers, and I know for a fact that that is the Raging Balloon deck. That's actually one of my favorite decks. Using the Rage spell and the Balloon is just so much fun. And there's the Balloon right there. We're going to have to try to take it out, but you're going to see that I played my Mega Minion too far forward. That was a big mistake by me, and since I played my Mega Minion all the way up there, take a look as my Mega Minion just ran back to the balloon right there, and it wasn't able to hit it. So that actually cost me 800 damage on my tower for that 1 Mega Minion misplay. MMM. All right, well, we're going to take out that minion with our tower, and we're also going to take out the archer with our tower as well. We've got the fire spirits running down the lane. They should be able to keep chunking the towers. I've switched my furnace to the left-hand side because that's where he's going to be fighting, and that's where I'm going to be fighting. And I do have a lightning spell, which we should be able to get a pretty awesome amount of value for. So I've got the lightning spell in my hand. I'm waiting to see if he plays anything crazy. It looks like he's not going to, so I'll just go ahead and use my Dark Prince as a tank. use my Spear Goblins to help clean up the Valkyrie right here, and let's just go ahead and wait it out, see what he's going to be playing, and when that balloon's going to eventually drop on our face, like I know he wants to play. All right, Lumberjack's running down the lane. Archer's going to be doing work. Lumberjack's going to chop him up. It will drop its Rage Spell as well as get one hit off on the tower, so that's going to do decent work right now. And it looks like that tower is going to go all the way down to 680 HP. Let's drop a Furnace in the very center just to keep that pressure up on that left-hand lane. It's so annoying to deal with double Furnaces because it just does so much damage. And now with my Lightning Spell in my hand, I'm waiting to see what he plays. I'm just going to go and drop it right now and make sure I kill that Witch and to bring that tower down to 334. Now, the Fire Spirit's doing great work against the Balloon. The Balloon's going to be raged towards my tower, but it will not get a single hit off. He spent 7 elixir on that push for absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, I've got a counter push, and that just shows you how risky the Balloon deck is, because if you do not hit anything on their tower, you waste so much elixir, and it pretty much guarantees that your game's going to be over. Now, at this point, besides that one big Balloon mistake, I just have a dominating chokehold on this battle with my Furnace, with my Dark Prince, Spear Goblins, and Archers. That tower's going to go all the way down to 0 with 30 seconds left. It doesn't look like he has much of a counter push going on, and I haven't even played my Skeleton Army yet just because he has so many counters to it. And take a look at this Lightning Spell. I waited to see where the Balloon would drop. We're gonna get the Balloon, we're gonna get the Witch, we're gonna get the Ice Spirit, and I wouldn't be surprised if he just exited out of the game at this point, because this one is all but over. Just really actually a tough deck for him to play against when it's played right. I had great air defense, and besides his Balloon, he had no other way of touching my tower, so that's gonna be a good game, well played against Swaggy Trash. And that's going to be a clean 1 crown to 0 victory. So 2 for 2, nice stuff right now. Let's go ahead and keep grinding our way through these challenges. They're super fun. And let's see what we get for our very final deck today, and to see if we get something good. Actually, you know, I'll probably play another one after this. So let's go ahead and use the Go Log Go again, since we are using a similar deck. I'm gonna go ahead and use this, and again, it's the Golem to log. Let's see, I guess the Minion Horde is one that comes along with it. Archers, Musketeer, Fireball. I'm not sure exactly what the 6 predefined cards are, but I'm sure you guys probably know inside the comment section below after seeing a couple of matches. We'll be able to figure it out. Now, this guy has the Bowler, so I'm imagining he might be using the Expo as well, and using that X-Bowler deck. We'll have to see what he does. He's got the Bowler, the Hog Rider. He's got a massive push down that left-hand lane. I can do almost nothing about it, so I'm going to drop my minions just to try to assassinate that Bowler. I know he has the Ice Wizard there, but I did as much damage as possible to take it out. Meanwhile, my Golem on the right-hand lane. Look at this terrible log right here. The log's going to do nothing, and we've started off with a really, really bad deficit going off against Asmi AB. So, terrible misplay from me. First of all, playing a Golem as my very beginning card is way too aggressive. And secondly, that Minion Horde, I tried to see if I could make it work. It didn't work. I took a risk. It didn't pay off. And now I'm going to take another risk, and I'm going to drop my Elixir Collector. You guys are probably thinking, Chiefat, you're crazy. You have a Bowler, a Knight, and an Ice Wizard running towards you. Well, guess what? You're right. I am a little bit crazy. But we should be able to stop this tower from going down at least. It's going to go all the way down to 1400. He's got the Hog Rider over here. I don't want to use any more Elixir right now. I don't want to give him any sort of lead. So we're at 635, 572, 509 on my right-hand tower. And I haven't taken a single tower of his. Now, one beacon of hope is that we have like a 10 elixir lead right now, guys. We have so much elixir on this guy that we can make a push that he might not be able to stop. I've got my elixir collector down. I've got like a 10 elixir lead. He's going to play a Knight by itself. So I'll just drop my Archers and take it out fairly easily. He's got his Spear Goblins doing work. Let's drop a Minion Horde behind the Golem right here. I know my tower will be fine, and since he drops so much elixir on that left-hand lane, he has nothing to guard against my Golem and my Minion Horde. Look at that, just like that, the tower's going to be going down. He's going to drop his Poison Spell. My King Tower is taking massive damage. It's down to 1774 HP, but I've got the Golem. I've got 2 Golems, a Musketeer, and Ice Spirit, and he's going to drop his Hog Rider. He's going for the W, but guess what? That Hog Rider's not going to be able to do enough. Let's log that Hog Rider out of the way, and before we even have to, we're going to pick up that 3rd crown for a nice comeback victory and a commanding 3 crown to 1 victory against Asmi AB. All right, so that's why we don't freak out in the beginning of the battle. Let's get one more deck in. That's going to be the Frozen Hog. I guess that's what my opponent was playing inside of that last battle, maybe. And let's go ahead and start off with a nice Wizard in the back and to see what this deck is all about. Now, obviously, it's called Frozen because you have the Ice Wizard and the Free Spell, and then it's Hog because, you know, it might have a Hog Rider inside of this deck. Spoiler alert. Let's go and drop our Tesla, and now that I dropped that Tesla, I realized that was really bad positioning. That Tesla was not good. The Tesla is just going to sit there, and it's out of range of the Musketeer, which is really bad of us. I should have known that the Tesla range wouldn't be like that. He dropped a Zap spell, so since he dropped that Zap spell, that was a waste of 2 elixir. I'm going to go for a Hog Rider towards the crown tower, and now we're going to start smacking this tower down into pieces. I've got a barbarian and a hog rider smacking on it while the other barbarian hits the knight. That tower is going to go all the way down to 132. If only that other barbarian helped out, we would have been able to take that tower down, but now we have a nasty counterattack looking us straight in the face. All right, so Ice Spirit will die. Now we've got the Ice Wizard on defense. I've got the Knight, which I can play on defense in a moment. I'm wondering if I should play it, but he does have that Mega Minion, which will do work against my Ice Wizard right there. So let's use the Knight to tank the Mega Minion, and now the tower's down to 978, and all in all, even at that pretty sketchy beginning into the game, we're actually looking really good with a minute and 40 seconds left. Now, getting greedy, I'm going to go for this tower on the right-hand side. Let's drop our Spear Goblins. Hopefully, okay, yeah, we're going to get a Knight in our face. So I'll just play my Tesla on defense and see what this guy right here is going to be playing back against me. Tesla will be perfect against this Knight. He drops an Elixir Collector up there, and that prompts me to play my Poison Spell. Now, I'm not going to... Usually I don't poison just the tower and the Elixir Collector by itself, but getting 2 towers, eliminating a tower, and hitting the Elixir Collector is just too juicy for me to give up, but I do have to worry about the 3 Musketeers as he plays another Elixir Collector. This guy is rocking the Mirror card. All right, well, this game just got a little bit more difficult. We've got a lot of Elixir we're going to be facing up against. Let's drop our Knight right now. Let's get ready as we get into double Elixir. Let's play our Hog Rider as well, and now we are going crazy on this push. We are going insane. I need my Freeze Spell, Freeze Spell, Freeze Spell, Freeze Spell, Freeze Spell! Freeze Spell drops just in the nick of time. We're going to kill that Knight with our Barbarians and our Ice Wizard. Hog Rider's doing work. I'm going to poison down the 3 Musketeers right there, but he might have a nasty counter push, but still, tower's going down. Let's set back on defense, and we have to guard against this push. He's got a mirrored Mega Minion. He's got the Miner. He's got the Musketeers. I've got Spear Goblins. I've got a Knight. I need to drop my Knight on his Musketeers right now. We're only going to kill 1 Musketeer with that Knight. That's so sad. This tower is as good as dead. My Spear Goblins honestly should have just placed those closer to my King Tower because he's going to decimate those, and I have to stop this massive push. I have to stop it. Barbarians onto the Musketeer. Mirrored Miner in my face. Let's freeze everything down he's got on top of me. I've got my Barbarians doing work. Double Miner hitting my King Tower. It's an all-out defense right now. Knight's going to guard against the Miner. Mega Minion is not going to have enough damage, and that Zap Spell is as good as a white flag, signaling victory for me, and a Miner on the other tower will not do anything. But yeah, that will be the end of the battle. So guys, King's Cup Challenge, super fun. I recommend you guys play it. It's hard to give advice for these decks because they're obviously changing, but if you see how I play some of them, you can play the same way and hopefully pick yourself up some wins. And yeah, that is going to do it for this King's Cup video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, this Sunday, I will be playing inside the King's Cup tournament. Make sure you guys check it out. Hopefully I can win first place, but you know, if I win 1 match, I'd be happy anyways. That's going to do it. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.